directly to the men at the center of the rumors: Phil, David, and Ronnie. However, there was a big problem. Well, two big problems to be exact. Phil had died in 2007 and David had died in 2015. That left just one. Things were about to get really bad for old Ronnie. In late April of 2018, Ronnie was arrested on 4 counts of murder, kidnapping, and arson. He was seen as more of an accessory than the mastermind, and he pleaded guilty to being an accessory to first-degree murder in mid-July of 2020. Ronnie had an option to have his proposed sentence reduced if he were to lead authorities to the remains of Ashley and Loria. The deal was that his 15-year sentence, 10 years in prison, and the remaining 5 years suspended would be reduced to 5 years behind bars if the remains of Ashley and Loria were successfully recovered. But there would be no such luck for Ronnie or the girls' families, as Ronnie was unable or unwilling to provide the location. On August 31st, Ronnie received the 15-year sentence. Loria's mother, Laureen, stated that she would not stop searching until the girls were brought home, and there's still a shred of hope that the girls' remains will be recovered.
911, what is the location of your emergency? Okay, hello?
Hello?
Yes, I need you to take a couple deep breaths so I can see what's going on.
My name is Russell Faria.
Russell, what's going on there?
I just got home from a friend's house, and my wife killed herself. She's on the floor.
Okay, Russell, I need you to calm down, honey, okay? We're going to get somebody on the way there, okay?
The frantic 911 call you just heard was made by Russell Faria just moments after he returned home to discover his wife Betsy's body. Betsy had been given months to live when her breast cancer spread to her liver, but it wasn't the cancer that killed her. Betsy and her husband Russ were married on January 21st, 2000. They lived in Troy, Missouri. Her sister described her as positive and upbeat, a shining light, and as a couple, Betsy and Russ seemed to be doing well considering her illness. A friend of Betsy's even described Russ as a loving and doting husband, but all of that would be thrown into question soon. At first, Betsy's cancer had gone into remission, and the couple planned a cruise for their family and friends as a celebration of life in November of 2011. Unfortunately, just 1 month before they were set to leave, they got the worst news imaginable. Betsy's cancer had spread to her liver, and worse than that, she only had a few more months to live. Still, they went ahead with the cruise and cherished their time together. But things were about to take a drastic turn south, and no one could have predicted how twisted things would get. It was a typical day on December 27th of 2011. Betsy attended morning chemotherapy with an old family friend, Bobby Wan, and Russ was going to pick her up later that night at her mother's after his weekly game night with friends. To Betsy's surprise, her close friend Pam Hupp showed up at treatment and offered to take Betsy home, even though the round trip for Pam would take a full hour. The ladies had met 10 years earlier through their work in insurance sales. Betsy accepted the generous offer. Little did she know, this would be her last trip home. Pam dropped Betsy off at home around 7 p.m. Pam placed a call to her husband Mark Hupp a few minutes later to let him know she was about to leave Betsy's house and would soon be home. He didn't answer, so Pam left a short message. Betsy chimed in with a quick Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. The call ended and Pam departed Betsy's house, headed for her own. Meanwhile, Russ's evening had been uneventful. His 5 friends had called it a night around 9, and Russ left and stopped off at an Arby's for a couple sandwiches. But Russ's life was about to change forever. He arrived home expecting to find Betsy asleep on the couch, but instead he discovered her lying on the living room floor near their couch, covered in blood. Russ frantically placed his 911 call at 9:40.
What did she do? Do you know?
She got a knife in her neck and she sliced her arms.
Okay, calm down, honey. Is she breathing at all?
No.
She is not breathing?
No, there's a bunch of blood.